What's up, Witchy fam? Drew here. I just want to share what I got for you. I got a beautiful card from LilyPad and a beautiful card from BeanBagHagWag. These two beautiful ladies are part of my witchy group. I have never sent out seasonal cards at all, but I was genuinely touched when I got the cards, more than I would have thought that I would be. So I might actually start sending out cards myself next year. I don't know. We also did a gift exchange in our group. So the beautiful Starlight Spellsinger got my name, and she sent me some hem dragon's blood, which I adore. It's one of my favorites. And she sent me this white magic. I had never tried incense by this company, Green Tree. But like just smelling the box smelled really great. And then when I burned it, it's reminiscent to me of Nag Champa. So if you're into Nag Champa, you will probably like this. It doesn't smell the same, but it's similar somehow. And then she sent me these Ganesh lavender, which I haven't tried yet. And I haven't had the greatest experience with Ganesh, but I have heard really good things about them. So I'm looking forward to trying it. She sent me some nettle. I've got to get this put away. I have not worked with nettle in my magic. I drink nettle tea thanks to the lovely raw spirit who sent me some. I have worked with red sandalwood chips before, but never ground down powder like this. And I love this kind of thing. When something has been ground down to the point that it's like talc, there's something very... I'm very drawn to it. So I am super excited to work with this. And I have never ordered from 13 Moons either. So everything looks good and I'm intrigued. So she sent me some juniper berries, which I have not worked with juniper berries in over 10 years, like just a really long time. So that should be fun to work with them again. I just haven't because I work with lots of herbs. Star anise, or anise, however you say that. You can never have too much. I can never have too much star anise. Then there is St. John's wort, and my St. John's wort had gone out. I had unfortunately been storing it in a different place where the sun had gotten to it, and now it's put away in a cabinet and the sun never touches it. So the bottle. So now I'll put this in and I'll actually have St. John's wort that's not been sun bleached and mummified. There's this Dead Sea salt, and it is really, really good quality salt. I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, it's going to have a separate little container away from my regular salt, my rock salt. Then she sent me some mint that she grew herself and some lemon balm that she grew herself, which is awesome. I love getting herbs that other witches grew. And then this ginger, I think she didn't say she grew it, so I think she just, bought it and dried it and broke it up. And I appreciate that because I have been needing ginger root. Like I have ground ginger root, but I have been needing like actual legit chunks of ginger root, and I've just been too lazy to actually get some and dry it out myself and not use it all up in cooking before then and what have you. So I really appreciate this. I was very happy when I saw this. As I'm sure many of you know, there was a wonderful witch on YouTube named Artemis Nightengal who passed away. Well, Jana, Artemis Nightengal, her husband, is sending us in the group who are interested some of her possessions. I happen to collect mortar and pestles, so he sent me her mortar and pestle. So this is very, very special to me. I don't know that I will ever use it in magic. If I do, it'll be for a very special occasion because, like I said, I have at least 6 or 8 of my own before having this one, and 3 of which I use regularly. but I'm just really happy to have it. It's beautiful, and it's nice to have something with her energy in it. He sent me several other things. This is a necklace that he sent. It was actually hers. I actually watched her open it on a video and talk about it in a haul video. So I'm happy to have that. And there were other things in there. There were some incense and just other little goodies, candles, and so I was very appreciative of that. And that wasn't actually genuinely a Yule present, but it did come a few days before Yule, so it felt like a Yule present to me. Something else that's not quite a Yule present are things that I got from my son. My son is taking art in school this year, and they had a ceramics section. So what is it? It was literally 3 days before Yule. He came home and he dropped these pieces in front of me, and I was like, oh my God, I love them. Can I please have one? And he was like, you can have both. So I was thrilled. I'm so happy with these. Okay, so my newly 16, his birthday is Christmas Eve. So my newly 16-year-old son made this. It's a face jug. So we live in North Carolina. All of us are pretty much born and raised here. And the folk art history for North Carolina are face jugs. You can look it up, it's a thing. So that's what they did in their ceramics. And I just love this stupid thing. I call him Face. He was living on the stove with some utensils in him, but I might do something else with him. I just adore him. And then there's this, and oh my God, look at how stinky, look at those feet. How stinking cute is this little bullfrog. He is just the cutest thing ever. I love him. And you see this little hole right here with this weird nozzle. And if you look from this side, he's got like this thing coming out of his butt. He's a whistle, y'all. Yes, I just blew in the frog's butt. He is the coolest thing ever. I love his stupid little feet. I love this thing so much. He lives on the fireplace mantle. The TV right now is above that, so I get to stare at him all the time. So, you know, technically not for Yule, but again, I received it like 3 days before Yule. I was like, these are my Yule gifts from the boy. My daughter did, however, make me a beautiful Yule gift, and I think that my witchy sisters are going to flip. So, this is what my daughter made me. Look at this. And as soon as I saw it, I knew I wanted to be able to hang it both ways. So my husband and I, it's hard to see with the lighting, my husband and I put a bracket on either side. And I thought, well, when am I going to change it? Obviously seasonally, but at the solstice? No. So I'm getting to hang it on the wall. We just put the brackets on yesterday. One on each side. And then, you know, on the back it says, Glimpse Between Worlds, I Love You, and Yule 2018. This child has always understood me. I have things that she did at school. Like, I love this about my mom, like when they're little, like in grade school, where she's talking about just crazy stuff that the teacher was probably like, what? You know, just, you know, Kuan Yin and magic, and just, obviously this woman is not Christian. But the kid has always got me. So, I am going to change it. I'm going to put it up. It's going to be like this right now. And then when the spring equinox comes, I'm going to flip it, and it'll be like this until the autumn equinox, when I flip it back. I'm so excited. I love it. And it's great because I was going to hang it in the studio, but I changed my mind. In the living room, we had this beautiful spiral piece, ceramic, very heavy piece, that when the roofers came, ended up falling to what is now a concrete floor and shattering. all this due to the hurricane. But we're gonna piece that back together. But it's so heavy. I don't think it'll ever be structurally sound to be hung on the wall again. So it'll either be propped up or laid on the floor somewhere or out in the yard, but it's going to be repurposed. But this is going to live where it did from now on. So I'm really happy about that. And now we will move on to the things my husband got me, which are many. I am in love with this thing. It's a tea cup, but you can steep your tea right in here. And this works so much better than a tea ball. It's so much easier to clean. I love it. I love this thing. I am super in love with it. So all my loose tea can be made in this beautiful, beautiful cup. It's double layered porcelain or something. So it doesn't get hot enough. I mean, you wouldn't want to sit there and hold it the whole time with your tea in it, but it doesn't get hot enough for you to drink it that you can. It doesn't matter that it doesn't have a handle is basically what I'm trying to say. I got this. My old iPad had a crack all the way from the home button to the camera over here, the camera lens, and it didn't hold a charge. It would say it was at 100 and then like 2 minutes later it would be at 50 and then it would just die. I had to keep it plugged in all the time at the end. So I got a new one for Christmas. I didn't think I was going to get a new one until taxes came back next year. We'd have a little bit extra money, not much, but enough for me to get a new iPad. But he was able to work it out through bonuses with work and stuff, and he's so sweet because this is my life, y'all. I mean, as sad as that is, but I don't use my phone much for anything other than taking pictures and texting, the occasional phone call. I don't watch a lot of things on television. I watch like Hulu, Netflix, YouTube. Everything I do almost is through here. If I can't do it through here, I'll do it through other things. But I will even like put on the news on TV and be playing games or something, looking at, messing with my YouTube Studio app or something and my iPad at the same time. So this is, yeah, I'm an iPad junkie. I got these 3 books: Journeys Out of Body, Far Journeys, and Ultimate Journey, and they're all by Robert Monroe. Now, there's this whole thing, and I don't know anything about it really yet, so I'm not even going to try and tell you, but like he started an institute, and it's like using frequencies to enter altered states of consciousness and just all kinds of stuff. He never proclaimed himself to be shaman or on a shamanic path at all, but other shamans highly recommend his work, and they call him shaman, even though he doesn't or didn't. I think he's passed now, but I was intrigued through other people who are shaman or on a shamanic path, reading their work and then hearing them talk about him. I decided I wanted to check it out and see what it's about. So my husband found me these 3. They're used copies, but I don't care. 3 books by him so that I can delve into his work and kind of see where he's at. I do believe the Institute is still up and running though. This is kind of weird, but I got this crock, this little crockery. I collect these things. I don't know, I have a thing for them. They live on the hearth of my fireplace. So I got a new crock for Yule. I got these shoes, and again, something kind of weird, but that's true. I love these. I can't wear them with everything, obviously, but I do definitely have outfits that I wear them with, and I absolutely adore them. So any of you that have watched my channel for any length of time know I work with polymer, and I got a bunch of new tools that I don't have any tools like these at all. So I'm kind of excited about that. And you get this little leather bag that you can slip them into. I got another deck. I got this numerology guidance card deck, oracle deck. And okay, first I saw the image and I'm like, yes, sacred geometry. And even the fronts of the cards have the Merkaba on them. So this deck is full. I've got it upside down, my bad. So this deck is full of sacred geometry. And then, yeah, numerology. So I've only used it once so far. I'm looking forward to getting into it though, because I'm all about it. It's cool. Crystals. Oh, I did get a lovely little agate from Starlight Spellsinger as well. It's on the table though. I forgot to bring it in. This is a smoky amethyst. I have never owned a smoky amethyst. I was able to purchase this for $8 at our local Pagan Pride. That was well before Yule, and I got to keep them in my hands, but they are a Yule gift. They were purchased for me for Yule. But I'm spoiled, so I got to have them immediately. And I carry, anytime I go out in public anymore, really, I usually put this in my pocket and carry it with me. But I think it's lovely. Especially $8. I thought that was a fair price. This, on the other hand, y'all, if you know anything about crystals, then you'll be right there with me. If you're not as into crystals as I am, then let me explain. This is an celestial. Celestials themselves are not something you're going to walk upon every single day. Until I saw this specimen, I was not even aware that celestials came in any other form than smoky quartz. And again, I'm the chick that worked at a metaphysical shop for 5 years and used to go to gem and mineral shows, and I have seen some crystals. I own some crystals, but yeah, never seen this. This is an amethyst celestial. I thought they only came in smoky. Apparently they come in any form of quartz. So you can get amethyst, rose quartz, citrine, smoky, but I have seen hundreds upon hundreds of specimens of smoky celestials. I own at least 6 smoky celestials myself because I love an celestial crystal. I looked these up online. Now this isn't the best specimen, like super nice specimens you can expect of an amethyst celestial. You can expect to pay over $100 for. This one, I imagine you could still probably pay $30 to $60 for if you bought it online or in a metaphysical shop. I saw this and my hand went to it and I said, how much do you want for this? And she said $10. And I didn't even ask. I was like, yes. I looked at him like, yes. And he knew too. He was there with me through my journey, and he went to every gem and mineral show with us and helped us purchase and tote everything around, made trips back and forth from the car because we were buying and for a shop. So we were buying tons of rocks. So he knew too immediately that this is something super special. And again, like I said, I didn't figure out till I got home how great of a deal I got, but I knew I got a great deal. So, he got a great deal. $10 for this amethyst celestial. This is the buy for 2018. This is the buy for maybe even 5 or 10 years. Like this was an amazing get, and I am in love with this. Last but certainly not least, for ages I have wanted a essential oil box. And this one, I don't even know, I had them on my list, my wish list. I don't even know if this one was on. This is so much prettier than the ones, I remember them being very plain. But my essential oils in a box, all their own. I'm so happy about it. And it came with all these little, you can't really see them in the bag. There's one here. These little, I forget what they're called, but droppers. I was thrilled about that because I've wanted these, and I didn't want to have to order them separately, but I was gonna. And then a ton of labels so that you can label your oils from the top so you don't have to be like, what is this one every single time. But so all my oils have a home. I used to keep them in my plastic tackle box, which I still keep my bath bomb dyes and all my bath salt dyes and bunches of stuff in there. But now I have this beautiful box for my oils that I can't even tell you how happy that makes me. Basically, that's it, guys. That's what I got for Yule. Hopefully that wasn't terribly boring. I hope everyone had a wonderful Yule and you all got lovely things and that you gave lovely things. I'm so happy with the things I gave as well. I made my kids gifts out of polymer and they liked them a lot. Just anybody I did anything for. I made a few things for my husband. I sent a couple things to a sister witch. She seemed to really enjoy them. So yeah, I've had a great season and I hope everybody else has too. As always, thanks for listening, and until next time, much love and gratitude.